Well, our moms think we're funny.
So I was trying to tell you that I made a mistake, and it's not a big mistake I made a mistake, nothing like that. But I made a mistake, and I had ordered some stuff from the this company that Wallcrawler orders stuff from.
Yeah.
And he told me about this. It was what was it? It was this New Mutants. Essentials? No, not essentials. Master. Shit. Anyway, I ordered it, and I think it was like like the New Mutants, like Marvel Masterpiece, I mean, something like that, or like Absolute Edition, something. Anyway, so I ordered it, and at the same time, I also ordered this other book, this Power Man and Iron Fist collection, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, cool. Well, the New Mutants book was a pre-order, and it wasn't going to ship till December. And then the Power Man Iron Fist one they actually had in stock, and so I was like, okay, cool. And then I was checking out. This was back in back during the summer. And as I was checking out, it said, "Do you want both items to ship together to save on packaging?" I was like, yes. And then I was like, wait. Oh fuck! So the one book that was in stock that I could have had right away is not shipping till the other book actually comes out, which is supposed to ship sometime like this coming week. To the point where it's been so long that I actually had to look it up and go through all my old emails and look at them and be like, what did I order? When is this thing coming out? Because I was like, I know that I'm getting two things, but I don't remember what they are because I'm an idiot. And I was like, oh, damn it. I didn't even think about that. Oh, so hey, everybody. My name is Idiot182.
And I'm a com-idiot.
So, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much, just doing my usual thing. Just thinking about people we like and admire.
Oh, you mean each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, me,
them. Everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's that thing is like, when you start saying something else, my mind goes to like, oh, hey, here we go.
Everybody.
So, yeah, you, me, them.
Yeah. Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau. Yeah, I wish we had more time this recording session to be able to watch Disaster Artist.
Oh, yeah.
We still need to watch that.
We gotta watch The Room.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I think we need to do a Let's Watch of The Room.
Everybody's done Let's Watches, though. Everyone's done like something on The Room, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I kind of feel like I just want to watch it just on its own and just see just how... Like, I've seen bits of it, but I haven't seen it all together. Because I know there's so many... if just out of the bits that we've seen, I haven't seen... we haven't seen all the in-between stuff. We've seen all the bits that people call out, but I'm sure there's like a lot of just boring-ass shit.
Well, it's like a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, we could do that, and then we could just do like a You Should Watch The Room episode on it or something.
That's kind of weird, because we're already going to say you should watch The Room, because everybody says you should watch The Room.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I told you that I had a chance to watch The Room way, way, way back when it came on Adult Swim that time. And I think it was, as I remember it wasn't a scheduled thing. It was like Tim and Eric were doing that. I can't stand Tim and Eric, but they were doing something, and then they were showing The Room, and I think they were talking to him like afterwards, but it was supposed to be something else was coming on, but instead like they showed The Room.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is this? More of their stupid ass, like, things that they do. And then, of course, like, it had to be maybe 3 or 4 months later, then all the stuff started coming out about it that I wasn't aware of, but I guess they were. And I was like, I had a chance to watch that way back when. For free.
Of course.
So, just we got to mention that. When the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie came out.
Yeah.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force... the movie, that's the actual name of it, came out. They actually showed it on Adult Swim uncut one night.
Wow.
They put it as a thumbnail in the lower corner of the screen while something else was playing, but there in the lower corner of the screen was the movie uncut playing. Oh, that's hilarious.
That's great. I love that.
So, who else were you just thinking about the outside of Tommy Wiseau?
Oh, well, of course, I've been thinking about Kanye West because, he didn't become president.
No, he
And
didn't.
I was really holding out for that, really hopeful.
You know, I can only imagine, and not trying to get into a political thing, but I can only imagine, like, how much worse the results would have been contested if Kanye had won. Like, I just get like, I honestly think that, his head would have exploded like a scene from Kingsman. It's just boom. Like, that's not possible. Kanye won election? That's impossible. But that
Kanye'd be in his room, like, Googling in, what do a president do?
he'd be like, he's like, yo, Siri, this is Ye. What do a president do? with his modified Siri, anything you want. He's like, that's what I thought.
Americans love America like Kanye loves Kanye. So I've thought a lot about him.
He would probably change like the title of the first lady to the first woman.
First hoe.
Well, it's funny.
He would not pick Kim for that.
I was gonna say, it's kind of funny how he's like changed and stuff. He's like, yeah, I don't want her walking around like, with her ass all hanging out and everything. She's a mother now. And that's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it seems like he's been over her shit for a while. I've been laughing about that ever since the whole jacuzzi thing. Can you believe it? We don't have a jacuzzi.
So it's interesting that you talk about that and just how and think about Kanye, because I know that your other boy you think about a lot is going to be Nick Cage.
Nick Cage, yeah. Love that man.
And not too long ago, we were kind of just talking about different things, and the subject of Kanye West and Nick Cage came up, and from that we had this kind of a spark of an idea of something, and I think that when it came out, we were so like, what? How do we never think of this before? Like, how does never possibly pop into our minds? Like, this is like the most awesome thing most awesome thought we've ever had. Like, we've got to find a way to make this a reality.
Yep.
Because it just has to be. And so I jotted down some notes from that session and was going to just kind of bring them up here, and then we will kind of talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But what spawned from that was an idea of a Kanye West and Nick Cage in a buddy cop movie. And in this movie, they're chasing down synthetic drug distributors who using a synth rap music group as their cover. So these guys are distributing this synthetic drug, but they've got this synth rap like group that they've claimed that they are, and so they're touring all around the world, but they're actually using that to distribute their drugs throughout the world. And so we had a couple of like lines of dialogue for the movie, and you had said, "Yay." I guess you could probably say that because you can do it better in your Nick Cage voice.
Yeah, we're never gonna catch the kingpin unless we had more sense to the beat.
So it's like, you ain't got the answers, Nick. You ain't got the answers. And so I was like, and so this plot started like forming in my head, and it would be like a cross between Lethal Weapon and Rush Hour, where Cage would be the veteran cop with a tendency towards violent outbursts. And he's on the edge, and he says, so like one snap could like cause a psychotic break. And so, and if that happened, he'd be an unstoppable, remorseless killing machine. As where Ye is a fun-loving guy that recently joined the DEA. He spent 2 years undercover as a rapper / DJ. He was able to bust the bad guys without blowing his cover, and was able to keep his DJ persona. So he's got this jokey nature, which is a cover to hide the pain of all the lives he saw ruined growing up. And he's also torn because his friends back home look down on him for being a cop, but they love the music that his DJ persona makes, not knowing that they're the same person. And then in the end of the movie, the end battle takes place during a rave with the two groups battling Scott Pilgrim style, with the action synced to the beat like Baby Driver.
Yeah.
And the movie is called Downbeat Beat Down.
God, I love it.
And I'm just like, that, like, I now want to see that movie. Downbeat Beat Down with Nicolas Cage and Kanye West. And I can just see the movie poster, right, with like one of them like looking sternly off, like just their head like at the top of the poster.
Yep.
Like one looking off sternly to one side and the other one looking off sternly to the other side.
Yep.
Then with like the words Downbeat Beat Down in the center. And then at the bottom, like some kind of action sequence, And I'm like, yeah, that would be the shit, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm like that. How do we make that happen, man?
Right? Yeah. Well, I know Nick Cage would be up for it.
So we just got to find Nick Cage and get him. And I think if we can get him in it, man, just like, and obviously, I mean, if Ye's going to be in it, he has to do the soundtrack, or at least the most of the soundtrack. It would be like executive producer of it or something, and like give them like some really like tight like lines and obviously. There's going to be a scene where like Nick Cage's character does like something happens and it does push him over the edge and he just goes nuts, and then find out that like Ye starts like, huh?
He just beats the shit out of the guy from the Lonely Island. When will the bass drop? When will the bass drop?
And then Ye, like, he starts like putting on one of his songs and like that's the thing that calms him down. Like you wouldn't think it would be. That's the thing that calms him down and gets him like back in his right mind.
Well, and of course, in any good buddy cop movie, there's that moment where they have to turn in their badges and they get thrown off the case.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they have to have their big falling out. Kanye goes to face them alone for the big face-off rap battle. And then just as he's like on the ropes, you hear like the drop of synth music and there's Nicolas Cage playing from the sidelines.
Oh yeah. I could see him. He would have to come in there and be like, "What is that noise?" And be like a screech, and he would come in with a keytar.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, "I knew you were gonna show up. I knew you were gonna show up."
It's so good.
He's like, "You're like a brother to me. I couldn't leave you behind."
He's just like pinned against the wall by the sound waves from the enemy, and then he just hears brr, he's like, "What is that?" And there's Nick Cage.
Yeah, they have Kanye like handcuffed or like tied down, and his head would be between like two big speakers, and they would be like slowly turning up the synth, and it's like and more of this, and your head will pop. You'll start to feel your teeth rattle, then shatter in your skull, and then there would be something that's like, yeah. And then they would find a way to like stop that, and they would then like crank it up and hit the button till they make their escape. Yeah. That would then send it out the entire club, and then everyone would fall down. It's like, oh, I mean, he's like, you go get him, man. I got to find a way to counteract that by creating an equal like sound wavelength to cancel theirs out.
So good.
That's the best part. It's like when he does that, when he finds that sound wave, it cancels it out. But since it cancels it cancels out all sound. So at the final battle, right, there's no sound at all.
Just totally blank.
Yeah. Oh, see, this movie's writing itself, man. It's writing itself. Oh. Yeah, and of course the bad guys have to like die because like the thing that they have on Ye is that they know that his DJ persona, that he's one and the same, right, and they're gonna expose him to like all of his friends, all the people. They're gonna like reveal his true identity, which is gonna make him a marked man. So yeah, see, that's so awesome, man. Like you got the veteran cop on the edge, you got the new guy, straight off of being like undercover and still carrying on his other identity.
And at first they don't get along, then they slowly become friends,
right?
Because they realize they have a lot in common. Like they both like monkey movies.
And of course, Cage would not like the Ye's music. That'd be the big thing. It's like, I don't like that. It's like, you ever listen to the King, Elvis, and then we'll get like a Kanye like Elvis song mashup, kind of like they did that remix of a Little More Conversation.
Yeah,
and we get something like that, man. I can see it now. It'd be like Jailhouse Rock, and he'd be like, "Yo, it's dedicated to all my homies that are locked up and everything. That for crimes they didn't commit and everything. Just because you locked up, man, don't mean you can't rock it out. You know what I'm saying?" And it's like, "Take it away, Elvis. Let's rock." Everybody, let's rock it to the beat of Kanye West. And see, oh my God, this is writing itself. This is the best idea we've ever had. This is amazing.
It's so good.
And all you guys listening, you know you want to see this movie. You might be like, oh, this thing. You might secretly, you're like, man, it's like I'm gonna watch it when it comes out. I'm not gonna tell nobody, but I'm gonna watch it.
I'd straight up give my left nut to watch this movie.
You know what? It's not doing anything for me right now. We will both. I'll give my right. That way you'll have a matching pair.
Yeah, there
right? We go. And so yeah, I mean, to get this to happen, or at least just put us in contact with like Cage or Ye, one of them, so we can just have this conversation. Be like, hey, look, this is it, man.
Guys, you know that new movie sound you're looking for? Well, this is it.
Oh man, it'd be so awesome. Oh, okay. I got another one for you.
All right.
Okay. It's not until the end of the movie that Cage realizes that his new partner and the DJ, the rapper DJ, are the same person.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, I see. I think it works, man. I think that works. It'd be so awesome.
Wait a minute, you're telling me that's you?
Oh, man. And
yeah, man, that music you said was shit. Yeah, that was me. I'm still not going to listen to it. But...
And, whenever I envisioned if you made music, I thought it'd be better. I think you're more talented than this. And in the very end, they switch, and Ye's got on like the Elvis shades.
Yes.
And Nick is wearing like some Shutter shades.
And we've got to have it where they switch roles, and Ye starts doing some Elvis stuff, and Cage raps.
Oh yeah, see, there we go, man. You do that thing at the end where like when the credits are rolling and they're doing like a like they're on stage, just one of those sequences where they're doing like karaoke or something, they're performing, and you get to see them both like switch roles like that. Oh man.
They do karaoke of Clint Eastwood. Nick Cage does Deltron's role. Finally, someone let me out of my cage.
Oh, he wants a real monkey. A real monkey on the stage going. He like hand the mic, like stick the microphone out the monkey. Oh man, this is so awesome! I love this, man. And then to watch them both and like these action scenes, they have to be really over the top. Like, so I don't envision this as being like a modern movie. Like I don't want to keep bringing up John Wick as if that's the standard for modern action movies, but not like a John Wick or like a Transporter, or even that's not as modern as some of the other, but nothing like that. I see this as like being like a straight up like a 1980s kind of action movie.
Yeah. Like
slightly over the top with like just tons of bullets flying everywhere, explosions.
Entire buildings exploding.
Right. You've got these like megalomaniacal villains that are just so like kind of like Joe Pesci in Moonwalker. It's like, I just want to get everybody high, like
bugs and drugs.
Something like that. Where like they're playing like really makes no sense at all. And then it's just all out balls to the wall action with them doing just the most insane stuff, just like.
At some point, we need to show them watching Moonwalker and discussing the possibility of building a robot.
It'd be beat-powered, man. It'd be beat-powered. They
like go to the R&D team on the police force. They're like, no, we cannot make you a robotic exosuit. And Kanye's like, no, man, you can make it happen. You ain't got the answers.
And at the very end, when they're standing over the bad guy as he's dying, and he looks down and was like, we always knew you were going to lose. All this money, you ain't even got no jacuzzi.
That has to be a callback from an earlier scene where, like, Cage is researching the case. He's like, no, I don't think it's this guy. I mean, he doesn't even have a jacuzzi. How can you believe it? He doesn't have a jacuzzi.
It's he's like, oh yeah, all the big bad, all the master bad guys have jacuzzis. You know? And he goes to like this case profile of like these James Bond like villains that tried to hold the city hostage, and most of them show them almost like a what do you like lifestyles of rich and famous, like the Cribs kind of thing.
TV Cribs, yeah.
My name is Goldschlager. Welcome to my crib.
And here's where I keep in my jacuzzi.
Oh, what's at the bottom? Is that the bomb you're looking for? And I would detonate it unless you give me like $200 million, or you can kiss LA goodbye. Ta-ta.
Yeah, every crime Lord Cage has ever put away had a jacuzzi. Except for this one.
And it's like, and like all the other ones, they like came so close to like winning. And this thing, this guy didn't get back so close at all. I was like, yeah, we knew you weren't gonna win. You had no chance of winning. You had no jacuzzi. Oh man, how do we get this movie made, man? How do we get it made?
Kickstarter, I guess. But
I guess we could go to Kickstarter, but like, we'd have to promote the hell out of it. You know, the thing is, we'd have to make some kind of like a promo or like test like, you know, footage of it, and then
yeah, we'd have to get Nick Cage and Kanye West first.
Well, I think just one of them, man. I think one of them would pull in the other. I think that's guaranteed. We get one of them in there, and the thing is, even though we're laughing about it because I just think it's so awesome. Like this isn't us making fun of them. Like we're not making like a big spoof movie. I think this is going to be an awesome, badass like 1980s style throwback action movie with Nick Cage and Kanye West.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like the Japanese Spider-Man. You know, we went into that thinking it was going to be awful, and it's awesome.
It is awesome.
It's fucking awesome. It's that kind of thing.
The sequel is they're in like Japan, like they get assigned to a mission in Japan, so you get to do the whole buddy cop fish out of water thing, and then of course they're breaking all the rules, like this is not how we do things in Japan. And it's like I do
the police chiefaroo.
It's like I do things my way wherever I am. and then in the very end of it, they're gonna like it turns out the bad guy is like somehow like in like the Japanese government. That's why they're having such a hard time finding him.
The bad guy's Tommy Wiseau.
It's like, yes, he was born to an American father and a Japanese mother.
Wiseau-san, we will escort you out from the building. Don't touch me, motherfucker. Everyone betrayed me. I'm fed up with this world.
And then in the very end of it, like they, and it's like, you can't arrest us because he'll want to have them arrest being a member of government. It's like, he's like, you guys are out of bounds. He's like, you've done too much damage, and they're gonna arrest it. And it's like, afraid that can't happen. It's like, why? It's like, check out our shoes. I don't care about your fancy DJ shoes. It's like, these are specially made. It's like, see these, and at the bottom of it, there's something on there. It's like, this is made from American soil, so technically everywhere we go, we're walking the American embassy. It's like, diplomatic immunity, bitch.
It's a million of you, but only one of me. Oh God, we're good movie makers.
And then like the Tommy Wiseau guy was like, why do you have to be so heartless?
Yeah, when Nick Cage is explaining all of the evidence that they have against him and how they're ready to like bring him into justice, and he just goes, "Ha, what a story, Nick."
So this is it. The two of you against me is some kind of face-off? What?
I said I'm going to take your face off.
We ain't got time for this. Oh man. But you know, the bad thing is that they like when they get to throw down because they don't have like they learn that, they with the beat, they work best with the beat.
Right.
That's what drives them and stuff. And then they don't have it. Plus, he can't, his music is considered contraband over there. Right. So they have to keep everything real low key because he didn't have the songs to be able to, if Nick were to flip, to get him back under control. But then they find out they get he gets like a backup group and everything. And they play on those, the Kodo drums, right?
Yeah. The dancers.
Yeah. And he's just like, it's like, there you go, man. We got our beat.
The prayer drums.
Okay, so the sequel, we got to have Ralph Macchio as a cameo in there. And when that starts happening, it's like, oh shit, they're gonna get their asses kicked now. Or even he could be the guy that leads like the band leader. He's one that's like
he's the one who suggests the prayer drums.
Yeah,
he's like, hey, don't worry, I got this. I'm Italian. I know beats, all right. I learned how to drop sick beats at the Y back in America, back in Jersey.
It's for you, Mr. G. Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. So now we've got part of the sequel, right? We know where it's going to take place, and we got most of the first movie. Oh man. How could someone not want to make this, man? This movie just seems so awesome.
I love it.
This would be the best. Oh, we've got to promote this. Just to put it out there, but we've got to find a way to get them to just hear this. This is our pitch to you to make this movie Downbeat Beat Down, man.
Come on, Hollywood, don't let us down.
And then the sequel, two downbeat, two beat down. It's me,
beat downer. I like the idea of Nicolas Cage always just referring to back in the war, but he never specifies what war. That reminds me of a time back in the war.
Oh, I gotta agree. He's the guy's got the drop on him in the first one. The guy's got the drop on him, and he's got the gun, and then out of nowhere, one of those cuts one of the cables, and a big, huge speaker amplifier falls down right on top of the guy, squishes him, and it's and he looks up at him and is and then Nick goes, the bass finally dropped.
Cuts to the Lonely Island guy all bandaged up and bruised, and he goes, hell yeah.
Did I hear you say something about sucking your own dick? Nope. Nah, man, that ain't me. Oh.
But who would be the villain in the first one?
I don't know. Who would make a good villain? You'd have to have someone completely off type. Someone you wouldn't expect. Yeah.
I mean, the first place my stupid brain went to was Neil Breen, but that wouldn't work.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to fall back on someone that I love just because they can bring so much energy to the role, and it would just be... So when I tell you this, you'd be like, wait, what? And you'd be like, okay, yeah, the fact that they don't fit the image that you're looking for is exactly why they would fit the image that you're looking for. The bad guy, one of my personal favorites, right? Paul Giamatti.
All right.
Paul Giamatti as the head of that whole drug distribution empire. He's the guy pulling the strings, posing as a big time record executive, right?
I like it.
Paul Giamatti. My boy Paulie G, baby.
Now, would he be the one performing against them, though?
No, he wouldn't be the one performing against them. He would be the guy that he's the big overall boss.
Yeah.
The one that said that pulls all the strings.
The Sauron figure, if you will.
And so, but the one performing against them, we'd have to have somebody. Okay. So the other thing, first person that popped in my head that I think would be really awesome, might be kind of hard to pull, right? But Justin Timberlake.
I could see that. I could absolutely see that.
Yeah.
And his henchmen, the guys who were like always hanging out with him as like roadies and wear like the security shirts, Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling.
And I just gotta say, if we were able to get Timberlake to play that role, though, we gotta have a role in there somewhere for Joey Fatone.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
He's one of the only ones I know for sure we could get, too. He's awesome.
Yeah, so we have to have him in there in some capacity.
He's just like the unassuming DJ. He just sits behind the booth and like drops the records and...
And like he's the one that's still playing music while all this shit's going on around him,
Yeah.
completely oblivious with his headphones on, just rocking out and everything. He's like, he's like pumping his hand up in the air and stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, see, that'd be the best.
Yeah. When Cage and Kanye like burst into the room and like break through the door and all that, and all the other music stops and everybody stops dancing, they stare at him, but he's still there in the background scratching the record.
He's completely unaware that like it's only in his headphones. Like, everything's been cut off there, and he's just like, and during the fight, every once in a while, you were like, "Y'all feeling this tonight?"
It's just his own hype man. Yeah. What? Oh.
Let's crank it up. Oh, this movie's so awesome. I love it.
See, that harkens back to the old westerns where like the piano player always starts playing after the fight starts again. It's that kind of thing.
Okay. We got the cake. We got the ice, the icing on it, right? We've even got the little flourish around it. But now I'm gonna put the topper on it.
All right.
Their boss, the captain, right?
Right.
The police chief, Samuel Jackson.
Hell yeah. Turn your goddamn badges in. You're off the case.
No one else can do this. We're the ones going to do it. Yeah, we're doing this. And it's like, motherfucker, did you hear me? It's like, I may be old, but I ain't too old to put my foot with both your asses and walk around like your fucking ski shoes. I will ski up and down the street with both of you on my feet. Give me your fucking badges.
So good.
This isn't right. Did I ask you what was right or not? See, oh man, this is so fantastic
It
already.
is.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And of course, being a down on his luck cop, Cage is not going to live in like a super nice place. He'd live in like a seedy apartment.
Yeah.
And of course, the maintenance man, the fixer-upper dude would be Danny DeVito.
Oh, you know what? I kind of have an idea. This might just hopefully it won't derail what you were just saying. But what if like he lives in a really nice like apartment complex, right?
Okay.
Like a really nice apartment complex. And so you think that, that he's going to have this, because he's got like money from like, his retirement from, the military.
Right.
And stuff.
From back in the war.
Right. And from back in the war and all that. And then you go to his place, but the place is like a hellhole. It looks like a dive apartment. So you think it's going to be something great, but he lives like a dive place. It's like, what the hell? Why do you live like this?
And he just always makes these vague statements about the war. It's like, why do you live like this? Like, oh man, I just haven't been able to get on my feet after the war. Yeah, no, Danny DeVito could still play that role because just anytime he breaks something, and he's the only person who breaks anything in any of the apartments because everywhere else it's pretty new. He's just like, yeah, Danny, my heater's still not working. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to work on a goddamn elevator, right?
Oh, see, that would be perfect.
I'm tired of having to come in and fix the sheetrock in your walls where you're punching it. Just stop.
And then at the end, the kicker of it is like he owns that entire apartment complex, and everything else is modernized except for his place is the only one that is still like based upon like all like the technology from like the late 70s, early 80s, and that's why shit's always breaking. So yeah, I modernize everything else, but and he'll have like pictures and stuff up from like the war, like just nondescript. Like you'll look at a picture and it look like it may be like the one of like the war in Iraq or something. But then next one will be a guy that's wearing like camis from like Vietnam. You're like, wait, what? Yeah. Like another guy wearing like
inexplicably a framed picture of Truman.
Yeah,
it's like, what? Fucking Truman, why?
Oh, that'd be so awesome. It just wouldn't make any sense at all.
He's got a helmet from World War I hanging up on the wall.
So he'll get a kid that's like coughing fit. It's like, I still have some mustard gas in my lungs. What? That doesn't make any sense. We never did find those weapons of mass destruction. I'm like, what? I don't understand.
He's got a Union soldier's jacket hanging up on the coat rack.
Hey, this belonged to your father? And he's like, no, those are our dress formals. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, doctor had to carve a bullet out of my leg, but I think I still have some lead poisoning.
Oh man, that would be the best.
Yeah, the generals wouldn't let us win the war. They called us baby killers when we came back.
So I was fighting for people's rights.
It's got the little peace sign that says "Born to Kill."
Oh.
He keeps going into shell shock, and only Kanye's music will pull him out of it.
Yeah, like he's like laying in bed one night, and he's like tossing and turning, like just beads of sweat all over his forehead and everything. It's like during like a stakeout. He's like asleep in the car, and he's like for the Alamo. And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, when he loses his shit and he's beating the hell out of the guy, and you just like you hear like the tinnitus ear ring sound, and then you hear like helicopters going and machine guns, and then you hear like horses whinnying, and you're like, charge!
Today is a day that will live in infamy. Oh.
What if by land, two if by sea? 99999.
No, not Christmas. No. Oh man. Oh, this movie's so awesome. It sounds so good. I want to make it. I want to watch it.
When he finally gets snapped out of his PTSD flashback, he's just like, they got the Pentagon, Kanye! Oh my god, they got the Pentagon!
Oh, man.
We just have to put this in as the Kickstarter video and we're golden.
Oh man, it'd be so great, man. This would be amazing. I mean, and the thing is, it writes itself. It's oh man, and part of this is because for our Let's Watches, we watch so many bad '80s movies,
yeah,
and so many bad '80s movies, action movies from the '80s. It's this, but and even as bad as they are, they're just so like there's something about them that is just so damn entertaining. That even something as bad as Never Too Young to Die. Like,
oh god, Never Too Young to Die was so great.
I mean, it's so over the top. It makes no sense. But that's also what makes it so awesome. Oh, yeah. And for a long time, I'd said to you, I was like, we don't have like any rock operas anymore, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this would be a great rock opera.
Yep.
It would just be so awesome. And everything about it is just like this works on so many levels. It's beautiful.
Oh hell yeah.
So I just got to point this out here. I've been trying not to point out like what's on TV and stuff when we're watching. Try to stay focused on doing our podcasting. But we're watching Avengers here, the first one, and it's it's the very beginning, and the Tesseract is opening up where Loki's coming in.
Yeah.
And see the rings, so you can't really see it here now because the Tesseract is opening. But the device that is holding the Tesseract, the Tesseract's in the center, and of course it's glowing with energy, so it's just casting its energy out. But around that is a red ring, and around that is a white ring, and around that is a red ring.
Oh yeah, Cap's shield.
Yeah. I mean, what's more protective than Cap's shield, right?
Yeah.
I want to say it's like, I wonder if that's intentional, if it's coincidental. I mean, being weed, I'm sure it was probably, intentional, but I just happened to look, I'm like, that kind of looks like Cap's shield there.
Yeah. Yeah, I never put that together.
So, anyway, yeah, this movie, man,
I love the first Avengers movie.
I was actually talking about
Downbeat Beat Down.
Yeah. And I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to because this movie means that much to me. Is that I am willing to write the script for free. For free. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to get like a credit for, the creator of it and, get some kind of like executive producer thing and stuff. But as far as like writing the script, I will write the script for free. That is my Turk182 guarantee. I'm telling you guys all right now, I will do it. To get this movie made, I will write the script for free.
I can dig that.
So, I mean, you got my word. You got it right here on digital. And just because I got to get this movie has got to be made. So, yep. So there you go. I mean, so already right now, you've got a good bit of what you need to make this a reality. Because that if nothing else, the script isn't going to cost you anything.
Yeah.
See? The thing? The red and the thing?
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, there you go.
So, yeah.
I say I will, but I mean, this is obviously a joint effort, so...
yeah, I'll help.
Okay. Are you going to help like Ben Affleck helped on Family Guy, or are you actually going to help?
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay. So, yeah, man. Now, we've been kind of saying recently, like, find us, talk to us, or whatever, or you do or you don't, or you will or won't you. But in this case here, I want to hear from you. For those of you that listen to this podcast, I want to hear from you. I want to know if you would watch this movie. We're gonna find a way to make this movie. So I don't want to hear whether or not you like want to like he was like, oh, we think it's a good idea. No, that doesn't matter. If it can be made, we're making it. Right. So I just want to know if you'd watch it.
Yep. How committed are you?
Right. Because it's not gonna really cost you much of anything. We're doing all the legwork here. We're doing all the hard, heavy lifting. It's just it's like, how many of you would sit there and be like, yeah, I'd watch that. Even if that's a goof. It's like, yeah, I think it would be stupid, but I'd still watch it. But like, I don't care. And it's like, how many of you would watch it? Let me know if you would watch it. Because, like I say, if we can, we're making it.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's like, in the words of Anthony Mackie, boom, cut the check, baby. All right.
Well, yeah. So, we're about 45 minutes, but that's okay.
Oh, I think it's gonna be, yeah, we've given our elevator pitch, right?
Yeah.
It's all out there.
It was a 45-minute elevator ride.
Well, yeah, I mean, we stopped the elevator halfway, and be like, oh, hey.
Yeah, it's like, oh, wait, you're a producer? It's like, yeah, so let me tell you about this movie I got.
Yeah, it's like, let me give you one of my cards. I'm fresh out. Acomi? Bam!
Forgot about that.
Oh, in living color.
So good.
So my name is Turk182, and I don't often put my work out there for free, but this is a rare occasion. And I'm actually going to put it out there too, because I've said this several times in private, but never actually in public. I love Wesley Snipes. I love seeing him in movies. I think I love him as an action star. I love him as an actor. And I've been really wanting to see him back in something. He had that TV series that came out, and unfortunately, I didn't really watch it. I watched a couple episodes, but he wasn't in it as much as I would have wanted. And so I didn't follow through with it after that. But anyway, and he's not in enough stuff. And I mean, he's still, to me, a strong actor. You know, whether you think he's monetarily viable or not, he's still a strong actor. And so, Wesley, if you're hearing this, man, I'm offering my services to you to write a badass action movie script for free. So that's 2 movies I'm willing to put out there and write for free. This is shit I don't do, right? It's not like an infomercial. This is the kind of thing we don't do. Have I ever done this before? I've never done this before in the past, but I'm going to do it right now for free. Listen to me. I'm doing this right now. Oh, shit, you know what? No, I'm going to do one more for free. I'm going to do one more for free, and that's it. No more after that. No. This is the only times I'm actually putting this out there, you know, for that. Now, that was a Downbeat, 2 Beat Down. Like, that one would not be for free. I'm just going to tell you. That's just not. But Downbeat Beat Down. Free.
At that point, it'll have a following.
Right.
And, you know, we'll be in a lot higher demand.
No, and plus, I mean, I can't keep just giving away my shit free. I mean, I brought this to you. Now that, it's going somewhere, you gotta compensate me. But Snipes, yo, if you're looking for a nice, tight action movie project, something, I'm putting my services out there to you for free. Here's the thing. Even if you're like, man, that movie sucked, it didn't cost you nothing. It didn't cost you anything, right? All I'm asking you to do is be like, hey, if you want something, just check me out, baby.
And Nick Cage, just hit me up so we can hang out, be bros.
Yeah. Plus, we want to, we've got some questions about, some things.
Yeah. And I'd be happy to start a second podcast with you. So.
Wow.
No, it's nothing about you.
Wow.
No.
Wow. It's just, holy shit.
Bye, everybody.
And by the way, I'm willing to dump this chump right here. Like, I'm going to roll in the cage. Wow. Oh, by the way, you know Nick Cage is Italian, right?
Is he?
Yeah. Nicolas Coppola?
Well, he's never brought it up, so I guess he finally breaks the stereotype.
Yeah, and
obviously, like any good Polish person does, he changed his name to rid himself of that stigma. So
and that's how I got shot.
Anyway, we will catch you guys later.
Dang, yo.
All right there, folks. That was Our Moms Think We're Funny. Let's give them a hand.